Hello everyone, welcome to my review from my garden fireworks display for 2021. Most things performed very well, to be fair. We had a few mishaps along the way with View cross-firing a couple. It has quite a good shower of sparks to it, and it lit two fireworks next to it. But apart from that, it all went quite well. So we'll go through things top to bottom. So TNT's sparkling fairy dust, that was quite a nice fountain actually. Nice to sort of put at the beginning as well, not too ferocious at all, and had some nice pink flares coming out, and you can see it's a fan effect piece as well. So that was nice. It's obviously, as TNT do, it's completely over packaged. I mean, you could get another, we could get two fireworks in there, couldn't you, for that? So that's TNT's way of doing things. But yeah, nice piece, and a nice way to sort of begin the display with some nice delicate fountains. Orange crossette, that was one that cross-fired from the View piece, but very nice. Obviously it's 25mm bore, so really decent sized breaks, and a nice snap to it as they turn into the fours. My only gripe with it was the colours. The colours in these, especially some of the others, weren't very good, but it was on the darker side of orange. It'd be nice just to lighten it up a bit, but I know it's very difficult to make these kind of effects, and to have some orange in the display was very nice. So I would have that again, to be fair. York fireworks, Yoran, again, always seems to impress the audience. It's a very unique effect, these sort of swimming stars or swimming fish, whatever you want to call them. It says 20mm, that looks quite small. That's 25mm and it's saying that's 20mm. But anyway, nice size, and nice colours from that one, and it's more the noise that gets me. I love it. Really nice effect. So always goes down well, that one. We had the Fantasia mine from Epic. That's nice to start mines off with. It gets people sort of acclimatised to them quite well. It's not too ferocious. You can see there's quite a lot going on with this. There's 3 fountains, as you can see, and the 3 mine lifts are there. Again, they're probably 25mm. And obviously fountains are small, but that doesn't matter. And that went down really well as well, especially with the kids. It wasn't too in your face. Some of the bigger ones I think scared the younger kids, but this was absolutely fine. Performed well. Martian Invader, again, that's just a crackle comet. Unfortunately don't make these anymore, I don't think. Benwell have disappeared, I think, from the market, which is a shame. But yeah, went well. Always seems to perform very well. Only small tube size, but produces a nice crackling comet tail. So they were okay. And Veco's Ocean of Lights, good duration. It could just do with a bit more colour in it for my liking, but a very well performing fountain. Obviously you can see there, they're not all, again we've got a bit of over packaging really. So you've got one, then a dud, then another, then a dud, then another. Is that it? So there's only 3 fountains in there. For something of its size, obviously. So obviously it is a bit deceptive really, but a good fountain nonetheless, and it's good to sort of start off the display, especially with some bigger duration ones. So that was that. Silver Spirals always performs well. The audience tend to like the spinning effect fireworks. It's just something a bit different, isn't it, in a display? And again, that performed absolutely fine. And for the price, these are so cheap. It's a no-brainer really, especially if you've got a garden display, to pick up one of them. So that was good. What else did we have? The blue crossette. What can I say about the blue crossette? Should be called the Sky White crossette. It was that pale, you could hardly tell it was blue. It was almost white really. Really disappointed with that one, and probably wouldn't have it again. But there you go. What else we got? Crikey, Moving target, always performs well. Nice piece. Some of the adults were saying they were quite impressed with that just because it broke the display up, and it was low noise, but it was such a sky-filling effect. I mean, the bores here tiny, absolutely tiny, even smaller than Benwell's Crackling Comets, but these really perform well. There must be a lot of powder in those tubes because the height was fantastic and the spread was fantastic. So really impressed, and I got a lot of good comments about I think it was Moving Target in particular. Unfortunately, Mighty Mouse, that went off alongside the Orange Crossette and the Vulcan View, so we didn't really get to see that to its full potential, which was a shame because there was that much going on. But it did make for an impressive start to the display, I must say. And then obviously Tracer Bullet again, it really performs really well for the size of the bore. It's just it fills the garden. It's fantastic. So they went down well, and there's obviously it's a fan-shaped firing pattern. What else? So you've got Heavy Duty. Again, there's just so much going on with this. It's a good all-rounder, and that's why it was in really in the display. It's got good duration, and there's a bit of everything in it. It's a good all-round cake. So if you're having a garden display, you can't really go wrong with something like that. I'll post the videos, obviously, but yeah, that was a good piece. What else did we go for? We got these this series from Epic. We got Mad Moth, Iron Man, Dr. Frost and Skylab. Dr. Frost's definitely the louder of the three, and then Skylab, not bad. It's probably 20mm bore. Good size, good variation of effects and noises as well. Mad Moth in particular has some great sort of whooshing noises. Kids seem to enjoy them. Dr. Frost is, like I say, that's the louder one of the set, I would say. A lot more bursts in it as well, but it's good to sort of ramp up to Dr. Frost, and then you sort of taking your display into a more aerial and sort of loud sort of phase. It just gets people sort of acclimatized to it. You can build up the display, which, well, I find it works. Some people just like noise, I know. I try and tailor it to everyone's needs. Wild Horses was great. Again, they go so high. Lovely whistling tails, and then into some breaks, and that was really good. Good duration, but yeah, the height's phenomenal on those. For obviously it's not the widest of fireworks really, or highest, should I say. But yeah, really performed well. Purple Crossette. So out of the three Crossettes, this is probably ranked second. It seemed to lose colour as it went on. I don't know why, but yeah, just like I fired what's it called, Crisscross by Celtic Fireworks, and that just the colours are more vibrant in that than this, unfortunately. Again, it burnt very bright, and I think that detracts when it burns so bright, maybe because of the bore size. It kind of makes it more white, and I think it dilutes the colour a little bit. I'd be interested to see if they ever made like a 15 or a 20mm, whether it'd be any better. But that was just that's what the I mean, I'll post the videos, you can decide for yourselves, but yeah, that's the second purple one that hasn't really gone to plan. I had one from Imperial Lotus last year, and that, well, it wasn't purple, as I'll show you in the video, but yeah, it was alright. I don't think I'll be having it again though. Ponytail Crown, that was a good one to break up the display. There's a bit of spacing going on there. But yeah, that was a nice low noise just to break up the display in part. So, I mean, there's nothing fancy about it. It's just a different type of effect. Ponytails aren't my favourite effect by a long shot. But certainly for variation in a display, that's why it's in there really. Just something a bit different. and obviously low noise. The blinkers seem to the red one seemed to produce more smoke than the white one. I don't know if it's just down to the wind at the time, not blowing it away. But yeah, certainly the red one was more smoky than the white one. But yeah, they're great fun. Them, I love those. I'll have to buy some more. What else have we got? Maverick. I love this. Again, it's just like multi-effects. There's all sorts going on with it. I mean, look at the shot tubes there, massive. Just yeah, there's comets, like sort of pearls going up. There's spinners, there's brakes. It's just a bit of everything. It's fantastic. I fired a group of these for the bigger display I did, and I got so many good comments about certainly the spinners. They were going off all over the place, and one of the people in the crowd was telling me that like they thought they was like heading towards them. It wasn't, but I think it's just the effect, and they're so big, the spinners in it, that the showers of sparks that they emit, it really does cover some good ground. So that was a really good firework. Really chuffed with those. Shame they don't make them anymore. I have to bring them back. Get a campaign going. The mines from Standard. I was really impressed with these. Where's the other one? The silver and the gold. I mean, they had colour in there. I'm pretty sure one of them had green in the bursts. But yeah, I mean, here's the cube one. Obviously, the cube one's a bit bigger. We fired these. These are the three proper mines, if you were. They weren't fountains, but all of them had the lovely squeal as like the pressure builds up. That's what it seems like anyway. Before the lift, and certainly, obviously, the cube one is the most ferocious. I had to leg it when it feels like you need to run when it starts squealing. But these two they really performed almost as well. I mean, they're not as big, and I know you can't get the cube big mines anymore, but they were really impressive. I'd happily have those again. And I don't think certainly I think the cube one it certainly made my youngest cry, I think. But these two were okay. But yeah, great fun they were. Love a good mine. And it's nice to see some others on the market you can still get. So Raging Bull again. That was towards the end. Had a nice... They're not massive fans on here. But it's certainly there is a bit of an angle to them. You can't really make it out. You can kind of see a slight angle there. But yeah, great... just to break up the display right at the end. Nice big bursts. Can't really fault Raging Bull. Atomizer, that was the one that had some nice yellows in. Really good performer. I think, is it 25mm? But really massive bursts out of those. Really performed well. Really impressed. And obviously had some yellow in as well, which was nice just to see a bit of variation. View from Vulcan. Nice professional piece. Certainly a more polished piece than other sort of mine lift cakes like Angel Dust from Brothers. I mean, obviously it's way bigger bore, massive cake. It's 3 times the price, but at least, in fact, well, some of the prices for Angel Dust are a bit silly at the moment. But this one from Vulcan, yeah, for my first time firing Vulcan, quite happily have that again. Nice, you know, pretty sure it's 1.3G. That's what it felt like from watching it. Really nice effects, and I'd happily have that again. Yeah, really nice. So sort of like, you know, alongside the pro pieces like, you know, Vivid and Celtic. You know, that's sort of the impression I got from it. Really nice, impressive low noise piece. Yes. Happily have that one again. Blitz from the now defunct Firework King. Good. However, the pace, it was way too quick. Way too quick. The videos I've seen, it's paced a bit slower and looked better. It was just too rushed. I mean, don't get me wrong. It lit the sky up. It was great. And it's got some nice... flying fish in there in the centre between the side brakes. There they are. But don't know, just too fast. I was a bit disappointed with that. Chop On from Celtic. It was good, but the video I saw looked better. So I don't know. I don't know if that was a China video I'd seen, but very good. Don't get me wrong. Nice that they go up in nice big clusters of bursts. But there was just something about the colours. There was just something quite. It's good. It's probably 7 or an 8, but it's not a 9 or a 10. But still very, very good. You know, a nice way to finish the display. And then Equalizer, again good, but just a little rushed. And the video I saw, the falling leaves just were a bit more vibrant and seemed to last a bit longer. But that has been sat in a shed for, God, at least 12 months. So maybe that's why. And again, a bit fast, but really good. On the whole, really happy with the display, how it went. Got a lot of good comments from it. And a lot of variation, as you can see. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Plenty more stuff to come. I mean, I've got all the videos from this, the other display I did, which we did some bulk firing of things, had a bit of a play around, which was good fun. And I've got this firing site as well, so I'm going to be filming all sorts of stuff, I would imagine, going forward. So should be a good year after a bad year. Should be a good year ahead. So if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. I know we've just hit the 500 mark, so I'll have to do a thank you video for the 500 subs. But I appreciate your support. All the best going forward. I know Bonfire Night's out of the way, but we've got New Year to come, haven't we? So yeah, stay tuned. But thanks for watching. Take care now.